So, diving right in, these investment opportunities we're discussing, they're really shaking up the old school mindset, huh? It's almost like um, a complete revolution in how investors grow their wealth.
Yeah, exactly. Absolutely. What really caught my eye is how topics like sustainable investing and cryptocurrencies have gone from niche to, well, very mainstream in this new decade.
Right? And take sustainable and ESG investing, for example. It used to be this little corner of the market, but now investors are, clamoring for companies that focus on renewable energy, waste reduction, and social responsibility.
That's for sure. It's neat how ethics and profit can walk the same line now. Investing isn't just about dollars and cents, but about making a positive impact.
Exactly. And the article really underscores that shift. How ESG funds have morphed into not only a wise ethical choice, but like one of the most profitable investment arenas.
Yeah, indeed. And then, flipping the coin, there's the whole cryptocurrency scene. It's crazy to think that what was once dismissed as a fad has now become, well, a major player on the investment stage.
Oh my goodness, yes. It's like the very definition of an unexpected turn in the investment landscape. I mean, Bitcoin and Ethereum have dominated, but even the new decentralized finance platforms are grabbing attention.
Absolutely. Right, but crypto is still a wild roller coaster ride. The article points out that while the growth can be explosive, it's also accompanied by a fair bit of volatility.
Definitely. And that's why diversification becomes crucial. Investors need to balance portfolios, not just chasing high returns, but also managing risks across tech, crypto, real estate, and even alternative assets like art and collectibles.
Yeah, that's the key. Speaking of real estate, the piece sheds light on emerging markets as well. It's interesting how places in Southeast Asia, Africa, and Latin America are popping up as a new frontier for profitable real estate investments.
Exactly. And it's not just about buying property, it's about tapping into rapid urbanization and economic growth. But of course, there's also the challenge of potential political instability and regulatory hurdles to consider.
Right, that makes sense. It's like navigating uncharted territory. You want to get in early, but you have to tread very carefully.
Absolutely. And then we have the innovative startups and tech unicorns. Now, this is where, investing gets really thrilling. Crowdfunding and venture capital funds are making it easier for retail investors to, well, take a stake in companies before they go public.
Yeah, that's pretty exciting. But let me play devil's advocate here. Isn't there a bit of over optimism? Startups can be extremely volatile sometimes, right?
That's a solid point. While the potential returns are massive, the risks are equally high. It really comes down to um, how well you diversify your investments and the extent of your due diligence. It's like balancing high flyers with safer
That's
bets.
true. And speaking of diversification, the article also dives into alternative assets art, collectibles, vintage cars, even wine. It's almost like looking at a completely different playing field compared to traditional stocks and bonds.
Exactly. It's really like adding a touch of creativity to your portfolio. These alternative assets often have a very low correlation with traditional markets, providing, a hedge against downturns.
Yes, indeed. And then there's the whole new world of digital art and NFTs, blending technology with art. It's so fascinating how these trends intersect, don't you think?
Oh, absolutely. It's like the art market got a tech upgrade, and while the digital art market might be unpredictable, its potential for high returns makes it a compelling addition for those looking for something beyond conventional investments.
Yeah, totally. So overall, the mantra seems to be do your research, diversify wisely, and don't be afraid to explore the unexpected.
Right on, it's all about understanding and balancing potential high returns with um, the risks involved and keeping an eye on global trends, regulatory changes, and market sentiment.
Exactly. And it's amazing how global news updates like those from Dubai or even the Solar Hub project in Egypt reinforce how intertwined these markets really are.
Yes, indeed. Those updates illustrate that um, economic and political shifts in one part of the world can ripple through and influence investment climates globally. It reinforces the importance of staying informed.
Yeah, for sure. It really is like an intricate web, sometimes unpredictable, sometimes exhilarating. And uh, there's this underlying theme that what was once unexpected is now at the forefront of profitable investment strategies, right?
Exactly, it's like an underdog story unfolding on the world stage. What begins as an unconventional idea gradually transforms into a mainstream powerhouse.
Mm-hmm, absolutely. But don't you think that with all these opportunities, there's a risk of over diversifying and spreading oneself too thin?
That's a valid concern. Sometimes investors do try to chase every hot trend. The trick is to select investments that not only promise high returns, but also align with your financial goals and risk appetite. It's
Yep,
careful
very true.
curation, really.
And in that vein, the article really drives home the point about the importance of due diligence and sometimes even seeking professional advice. It's not just written to hype up these trends with no guidance, right?
Exactly. It's a balanced view, reminding investors that while these opportunities can be lucrative, they require smart strategy and research. It's like having a map for treasure hunting. You need to
Mm-hmm,
know where you're going.
absolutely. And, global events, whether it's policy changes, environmental crises, or economic reforms, also signal shifts in these investment landscapes. It really makes everything feel so interconnected.
Yeah, exactly. Everything from public holidays in major markets to big solar initiatives like in Egypt ripples out and impacts investor confidence and the overall
Yeah,
market
that's
vibe.
spot on. So, when we bring it all together, it seems the message is clear. Today's unexpected investments are tomorrow's gold mines, but only if you invest wisely with a diverse and informed approach.
For sure, it's like every investment opportunity is a thread in this larger tapestry of change. Whether it's sustainable energy, crypto, or even vintage collectibles, each plays a role in shaping the future wealth landscape.
Mm-hmm, exactly. There's something very exciting about that, an adventure with risks, rewards, and a constant need to learn and adapt.
Totally. And while some might claim that such ambitious investing is too risky, I'd say there's a silver lining. Smart, diversified strategies tend to buffer against those risks quite well.
Yeah, totally agree. But I wonder, do you think there's one sector that stands out as the top contender for securing future profitability?
Hmm, that's a tough call. I mean, sustainable investing is booming, crypto keeps evolving, and emerging market real estate shows promise due to urbanization. It's almost like you can't pick just one star in this sky of opportunities.
Mm-hmm, that's a fair assessment. And that's where investor discernment comes into play, knowing what to allocate based on current market signals and your long term goals.
Exactly. It's all about staying flexible and informed. And as these trends continue to evolve, the real winners will be those who adapt and continuously educate themselves about these shifts.
Yep, absolutely. In the end, it sounds like the advice is pretty clear. Keep an eye on global trends, diversify your investments, and don't be afraid to explore the unexpected.
Exactly. Whether you're dipping your toes into technological innovations, venturing into real estate in emerging markets, or investing in art and NFTs, it's a thrilling time for investors willing to make smart, calculated moves.
Mm-hmm, absolutely. This conversation really highlights how, while the landscape may be unpredictable, there's a method to the madness. It's all about informed decisions, right?
Precisely, and it's all about striking that balance between risk and reward while keeping up with an ever changing world. Cheers to smart, adventurous investing.
Yeah, cheers.